Hey everyone, glad you're here. All right, one, our English Cocker Spaniel's feeding her puppies. Thank y'all for joining. All right, one, our English Cocker Spaniel's feeding her puppies. Thank y'all for Sir. The mom's name is Pinky. She has 3 boys and 1 female. As you can tell, the one that's fully liver is the runt. He weighed 10 ounces today. His brother and sisters weigh about 15 ounces, so he's about a third smaller than they are. Hey Kaylee, glad y'all joined. Zoe. This is our English Cocker Spaniels here. Mom is feeding them now. If you noticed, if you've been watching, she is not laying down today. She is sitting up. As they get older, Mom will not lay completely down a lot of times unless she's napping also. Eventually, she will just be standing, feeding them. For the first week or so, which they're about a week old, She will lay completely down so they'll have complete access, but they are moving really good now by themselves. So she is just going to be kind of a sitting position to feed them. Plus, she only has 4. If she had more than that, she might have to get a little lower so they would all have access. Thanks everyone for joining. Hey Dennis, glad you're here. Thanks everyone for joining. These are English cockers. You can tell here mom has 4 puppies. She has one that's mostly white. That's the female. That's the only female. The one that's white in liver is a big male. Then you'll see one that is completely liver and one that is completely blonde. The one that is completely liver is the runt. He weighs about 5 ounces less than the other ones. None of these weigh a pound yet. I'm expecting the 3 bigger ones to weigh a pound tomorrow. They were 14 and 15 ounces today. So tomorrow, hopefully, they'll weigh a pound. So they will be catching up with the rest of them. Thank y'all for coming. Give us a thumbs up. If you haven't followed, follow our channel. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for sharing our channel. Check out our other videos. We have Brittany's and Cockers, mainly Brittany's. This puppy here is I've trained her. She's actually my dad's. You can look really carefully where she's at. You see the runts right up under her chin. She's cleaning him now. And you'll see the blonde one is you can see pieces of the blonde one. He must be tucked in there. And now she's kind of laying down more for them. Thanks everyone for joining. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Pinky, the mom here, is our flusher. She flushes quail for us. She loves to retrieve. She'll just bring you stuff. And she's also a shed antler dog. You can take her out in the woods and she'll find antlers that have fallen off, sheds that have fallen off of deer, and she'll bring them back to you. So she has 2 jobs. She loves to flush birds, pick them up, and then she also loves to find shed antlers. And like I said, she is obsessed with retrieving. You can see the blonde puppy better now. The 2 white and liver puppies, the one in the back of her, the mostly white one, that's the only female. And the puppies are getting about a week old. If you'll notice, they will eat and then walk away from mom. Usually use the bathroom, and she will clean them once they've done that. Up under mom's chin, you can see the runt and the big liver boy. Liver girl has her stomach full. She walked away and was laying down by herself. That usually tells you she is not cold at all. She is off away from the rest. And now they're starting to do that scooting around. Our moms and dads are all have DNA tests run on them to see if they have any type of. They have a Cocker Spaniels have a degenerative eye disease and also a exercise induced collapse where they run and they might like faint. And they've linked all that to genetics. And they have an eye disease that usually doesn't show up until they're 7 or 8 years old. But normally the dogs go almost completely blind at 7 or 8 years old. But they have DNA tests for that now. So it's just a preventative that we do with our dogs to DNA test them. She has no copies of it, so any of her puppies would not have it. If she bred to a dog that had a copy, then it might be a recessive gene. Hey, CP. But she has two clear copies, so there's no way she can give it to puppies, even if she's bred to a dog that has it, that has a recessive gene. It cannot gift the puppy. But we bred her to another male that's clear also, so there's no way the puppies can get it. And there's about 4 DNA tests that are predominant for that breed, so she is clear of all those. She's also had her heart exam and her kneecaps, her patellas done. So they have to pass all those tests before we can add them to our breeding program. Hi everyone, these are English Cockers, Spaniels. They're mainly a field dog for their used for flushers, but a lot of people love them as pets. They love to retrieve. Like I said, Mom here is our flusher and retriever, but she's also a shed antler dog, to where she looks for shed antlers and will pick them up and bring them to you. And as you're seeing here, she's kind of ready to finish feeding them. She will be back in about 2 hours to feed them again if she needs to. Mom, one of those puppies we're still feeding, and you'll notice here the blonde puppy and the male liver and white are laying on top of the runt. That's how they'll keep warm. In that room, the temperature is about 75 degrees, but puppies like to stay about 85. So if they stay on top of each other and stay close to each other, they'll stay warmer, I guess. As I said earlier, she is sitting and feeding them. She's not laying all the way down. The first week or so, she laid down completely. Now she's starting to sit up. Eventually, she will just come in there and stand in there with them and won't even really lay down unless she's going to take a nap and feed. You'll see here, these are the 4 puppies. You see the runt is the solid liver puppy up under his 2 brothers. The white and liver puppy walking is the only female. But the other 2 are keeping the solid liver puppy, the runt, keeping him warm. All right, I'm fixing to come in here and show them to the camera up close so you can see them. Okay, we're gonna let Mom out, take a little break while we're in here. This is the liver girl, and as you can tell, she's not cute. This is her coloring. This is the only girl. She has a little liver spot on her leg, so we can see here. Then we have the blonde boy. He's always doesn't want to be still. He wants to do his own thing. There's his coloring. That's him fussing. The other brother, the big liver boy, sticking his tongue out for you. You can see him. He's got dark toes. See his coloring. Looks like he's going to be a little speckled. And of course, the runt is doing great. A little worried about him at first, but he seems to be doing super. He's got white toes. Very unique little runt here. Got white toes. And he is dark liver, like his mom. And also, this one has a unique thing on his ear right here. Liver boy here. Thanks everyone for joining. The blonde one again. The coloring is very unique. And you can tell their ears are still closed. They're starting to open up a little bit. And then their eyes are still closed. They'll open up in about another 5 days. See the coloring opens back. And you can tell the size difference in the runt and his brother. The size difference here. The runt and his brother here. The little girl's, I think, might be the biggest one right now. She's fussing. Thanks everyone for joining. Yeah, they're all reserved, Sarah. We have a wait list before we ever have puppies. And being this wasn't a big litter, we had 5 or 6 people waiting, and we only had 4 puppies. We do the same thing with our Britneys. Thanks everyone for joining. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Mom came back in. We'll give her a few minutes with her puppies. Looks like Mom's getting some water and eating. She's gonna go check on them, see if she needs to clean any of them. She'll be sitting down taking a break. As you can tell again, she's sitting patiently. For a working dog like this, it's kind of hard sometimes to have puppies and sit here and watch them when she wants to go find shed antlers or find birds. Yes, Sarah, we have a wait list. We're in Georgia. We have a wait list. You would have to go to our website and fill the application out, and then we have a paid wait list for our litters. So people normally pay and wait 4 to 5 months for a puppy. We find that's a lot better than having a puppy and trying to find people for them. We usually have a wait list already established, and then we have the puppies. We have a Brittany wait list right now of 5 people, and we don't even have a litter born. We're waiting for them. We really don't have one planned. We're hoping we might have some in the next 2 months. Hey, Debbie, Watto, Sarah, CP, Dennis. Glad y'all joined. Thanks everyone for the likes and the follows. Thanks for the super chats. Getting some college football breaks here by viewing these puppies. These are English Cocker Spaniels. These are actually a working breed of dogs. We use ours to flush quail and retrieve birds, and they'll retrieve anything. She'll bring you anything. She's also a shed dog, where she will find shed antlers from deer in the woods and bring them to you. She would literally bring my tennis shoes to me. Thanks everyone for joining. No, Sarah, she's our bird dog. She flushes the quail for us. She also finds shed antlers. And she's also a pet, which is the number one thing. But she loves to flush birds and to pick them up. Wants to hunt or shoot them. And then also, like I said, she's a shed dog. She'll find shed antlers from deer and stuff. We usually do that in March and April. But we usually do competition deer shed hunting sometimes. What kind of hunting did you do, Sarah? Was it bird hunting? Because where we're at, you can actually hunt deer with your dogs. Hey, Norma. Oh, beagle. Okay, so it was like a rabbit dog. Yeah, I've never done rabbit hunting with a dog. Never really rabbit hunted. Never really squirrel hunted. Hey, Brandy, thanks. Yes, we have 3 males and 1 female. The blonde one's a male. The solid liver one, like the mom, is the runt, but it's also a male. The liver and white one is a male. They're all 3 together. The female might be the biggest one in the litter. She's the solid one with the liver head. You can see she's over there sleeping her heart away. That's the only female, but she seems to be very independent already. She's doing her own thing over there. The one that looks to be white in liver, it looks like he might have a lot of ticking on him. He might be Merle color in the future. Thanks everyone for joining. Yes, sir. We hunt a good bit. We do a bunch of quail hunting with our Brittany's and the Cockers. Like I said, this female dog is actually a dog I trained for my dad, and it's a she's been down here in my backyard running around. Puppies will be a week old Monday, I believe. Like I said, we do DNA tests on our dog and also do other health testing. So she's had her DNA testing. They have a DNA test. This breed has a degenerative eye disease, but they normally go blind at 7 or 8. But she doesn't have any of the. She's clear on both copies of that gene. They also have an exercise-induced collapse where they might hunt, 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 run, 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 and then they'll just like pass out. She doesn't have that DNA, any of those DNA markers. And then they also have degenerative myopathy, which is like a something to do with the spinal cord. Most of the stuff is later. So if you had puppies now, when she's 3 years old, you didn't do this testing, then all those bad stuff shows up when she's 6 and 7, and you've already had a litter or two where you've now passed on all those genes to other dogs. All right, if you have any questions, you can always put them in the chat. She's also had her heart test done and her patella test, which is a knee test to make sure she doesn't have loose kneecaps. That's a big disease in smaller breeds. It's a kneecap disease where their kneecap comes out of joint when they're running. Hey everyone, glad you're here. Hey Adam, we're just watching Pinky. Her name is Pinky because she's really small. She weighs about 18 pounds. Our English Cocker. To the left, the solid liver puppy. Looks like Pinky. It's the runt. He weighs about 10 ounces as of weighing in yesterday. His brothers and sisters all weighed right at 1 pound, but they were not a pound. Maybe tomorrow they'll be a pound. They'll be 16 ounces. We see the blonde puppy. That's a male. The white and liver with the liver spots is a male. The solid white puppy with the liver head and that little liver spot, that's the only female. She's over there sleeping by herself. And then of course mom is monitoring everyone. Yeah, Julie, that might be true, but not for our purebred dogs that we raise for a purpose. Any of my dogs cannot go to the shelter. We have an agreement that they need to come back to us. We have a contract that they must come back to us. Any of our puppies. That's why we have an application and we vet people. Thanks everyone for joining. Oh, look at Mom. She's laying out. I want y'all to notice something. We've been doing this a long time. Mom did not give them the opportunity to feed. She's laying with them, but she gave them her back, which they're all pretty full. She's laying them with her back to them so they cannot feed. She's monitoring that, but they cannot feed unless she wants them to. Yeah, our pen is set up here to where Mom can get in. The puppies can't get out. If you can see the white walls to the right, she's coming in on a little low spot. As the puppies get bigger, we will put more spots in so it gets higher so they can't get out. And she has an area to get away from them. Because once they get 3 and 4 and 5 weeks old, they will follow her around. And if she can't get away from them, they will try to nurse on her 24/7. So you gotta have a place for Mom to get away, to have some peace. And right now, she's in control because they're not little piranhas. She's able to sit with them, but when they get older, they will be trying to nurse all the time. Right now, she's on the schedule of nursing them about every hour and a half, 2 hours. It'll get to where she will nurse them about every 3 hours. But once they get bigger and they can see her and get to her, they'll want to nurse every hour on the hour. And educate yourself on puppies, because if you're getting puppies from people who are doing it improper, then you're supporting the shelters. But if you're getting it from people who are doing health testing, we have litters after we have wait lists. We have litters after we have people that are paid to get a puppy. Every year, there's about 8 million puppies. 8 million dogs, I mean, that pass away, and people normally try to replace those dogs. Only about 5 million. There's only about 3 million in shelters a year. So there's not enough puppies. Those are stats. And so people are out buying puppies. And some shelter puppies people don't want. You don't know what kind of trauma they've had. Especially if it's an older shelter dog. Last thing you want it doing is attacking someone in your family. And you can see here they cannot see or hear. He probably still can hear to a certain degree, but this little runt just ate less than 30 minutes ago, and he has already figured out she's there. He's trying to find her. Imagine when they get their eyes open, how much more effective they will be finding her. And as they're in doing this, you will be able to see that when their eyes do open, they're more mobile. They will find mama in that. Right now, the area they're in is about a 3 by 3. As they get older, hey Jim, the area will be bigger, but mom will still have a way of getting out and getting away from them because they will try to nurse a bunch. Angelina, hey Brown, glad y'all joined. If you haven't joined us, the puppy that's solid liver to the left, that's the runt. It's a little boy. The one in the middle, the blonde puppy, the brown one, is a male. The next one over that has the liver spots and is white is another male. The female is the the solid white puppy with the liver head. That's the only female in the litter. So we have these 4. They're about 6 days old. Yeah, Adam, I remember. These are actually, this female belongs to my dad. Her name is Pinky. I trained Pinky. She's a flushing dog. She flushes quail for us and retrieves. There's Pinky coming back in, checking everybody out. And Pinky is also a shed dog. She finds shed antlers. So you could take her out hunting where you think deer have dropped their horns, and she will find those and bring them back to you. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for those thumbs up. Thanks for the super chats and the stickers. Mom is policing everyone here. As you can tell, they've already tore the cover up here on the top left. I have to fix that back later. Angela, yeah, they all went home. Yeah, we kept Lightning Girl, but we donated a puppy to a school organization that trains dogs, service dogs. So one of our puppies went to an organization as a gift. And the rest of them went to their homes. Like we said, when we had that litter of Brittany's, they were all spoken for. We already have a wait list of 5 people for our next litter of Brittany puppies, which is not even born yet. And you can tell here, mom's giving special attention to the runt. Thank you, Tracy Brown. Yep, we agreed to. You should spay and neuter your pets. These are our working dogs. One of Pinky's jobs is to find deer antlers and to flush quail. She's over here giving some special attention to her runt baby. She might not be letting him nurse. She's kind of all balled up. And we also are donating a puppy in our next Brittany litter to a person that wants to do AKC shows and AKC field trials, the American Kennel Club. Oh no, we don't raise them for free. No, no, we put too much time and effort into them. We have thousands of dollars in health testing we do on them, and most of our dogs are show champions in the conformation show ring, and also they field trial. So by the time we have a puppy that gets 2 or 3 years old and old enough to have puppies and have passed all the tests, we probably have $5,000 in fees in them. Every year, if you give one a heartworm pill every month, you can have $500 in a dog by the end of a year, them a year old. And by the time you get a dog that's 3 years old, 4 years old, you've got $2,000 just in. Yeah, Angela, it's not free. Yeah, it's not. We don't do it for free. It's too much time and effort, and then just the health testing that we do. Like this dog here's had 4 DNA tests done on her. She's had her heart done and her kneecaps done. Those are major things in that breed. So we test for all that before she can ever have puppies. And then she's got to have the disposition after she passes all those. And just this setup we have here is not cheap. Having one of these whelping boxes here, all the mats, all that stuff's got to be cleaned daily and changed. And yeah, it's a lot of effort and work goes into it. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, we've had a litter of 14 before, and it was painful. It was fun, but it was just so much cleaning with 14 puppies. And normally they don't go home till they're 7, 8, 9 weeks old. So you can imagine you're having like 14 dogs that constantly have to be pottied, water fed, pottied, water fed. It would take us almost an hour to cut their toenails at 4 weeks and 6 weeks and clean their ears. So yeah, it's a lot of time and effort goes into, because we're not just feeding them, we're having to clean their ears. Yeah, it's like raising a newborn. And as you can tell, we have cameras set up watching these puppies 24/7. So even if I'm at work, I can turn a camera on and watch them. And then, of course, the night they're born, you're watching them, monitoring them, helping mom if it needs to be, supplementing them. We give a supplement to mom when she starts going in labor, and then we give puppy supplements as they're being born. So it's not put 2 dogs together and have puppies and everything's rosy. Enjoy watching this a little bit longer. I'm fixing to mute a little bit because I need to clean her feed pan and water pan. I will be back. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the chat. Thanks again for the follows and the likes, super chats, and the super stickers, and all that stuff that goes along with YouTube. No, Adam, we're not live. Hey, Jackie. Yeah, we're not live 24/7. We thought about keeping a camera up in there, but you always, if we're doing this or doing a live, we always get so much hate. You won't believe the messages we get. We get chats on here talking about you're raising dogs, blah, 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 spade and neuter. There's too many dogs in the shelter. And most of those people aren't educated on the actual stats of what dogs are in the shelters and need to be adopted and all that stuff. So we kind of hate doing it 24/7 because you won't believe the hate you get from showing puppies. Where people will post spade and neuter, there's too many puppies, blah, blah, blah. And all that's not true. So go look up the stats. 8 million dogs a year pass away just from old age. So most people replace those. Not saying they replace all 8 million. And that's just in the United States. Yeah, you won't believe the hate you get for posting videos of puppies feeding. Anyway, like I said, about 8 million dogs a year pass away of old age or whatever. People replace them. You don't normally about 5 or 6 million. And in the pounds, there's only, or the shelters, there's only about 3.5 million. So there's not enough puppies to go around. So even if everyone adopted one from the shelter, but not everyone wants to adopt from the shelter. So, and if you don't adopt from the shelter, you get criticized because you're a bad person because you don't adopt from the shelter. And you will get crucified if you don't adopt. If you want a purebred dog that's bred for a certain purpose, like these dogs here, like cockers, they're bred to flush or retrieve, or a working dog, like scent work and stuff like that. Our dog is, this is Pinky. We use her to retrieve quail, flush quail, and also she is used to hunt shed antlers. So we can take her out and she'll find deer sheds. If y'all notice here what she's done, she's cut off the liver male. Look over there. He cannot get to the milk station. She might have done that on purpose. Understand these dogs are very smart. They know exactly what they're doing. She might be saying, nope, you've had enough. You need to wait. So it's very interesting to see how they, like I said, I've had some Brittany's that had big litters, 10, 12, 14 puppies. And those puppies, you see Midnight, she's to the bottom left of Pinky. She's been over there the whole time feeding. Yep, she's by, it looks like Pinky's got 5 legs, but it's Midnight. Now here comes the big blonde male coming around. They can't see y'all or hear, so how they know, they figure it out. And now he doesn't want to eat. He just wants to sleep on mom. Look at that. That's, can't get much cuter than that. Blondie sleeping on mom's neck. And reason why they sleep on each other's neck, that's actually one of the hottest areas. That's where all their, of course, aorta and carotid arteries and all that stuff is in the neck. So it's a lot of warmth there. And that's why they sleep on each other's neck as puppies. It's one of the warmer areas. Adam, all of them are boys except for the girl. There's one girl and she's sleeping by herself. She's that solid white with the liver head and the little liver spot at her bottom. That is the only girl. The rest of them are boys. If y'all haven't seen this video, one of our shorts, check it out. It's Lightning Girl from one of our past litters that we've kept. It's her figuring out toys and playing with toys. It's to the music of that video is to the music of "Can't Touch This," and she acts like she can't touch these toys. She thinks, I don't know what she thinks it is, but it's funny. Hey, thanks for joining. Yep, some of our English Cocker Spaniels here. There's 3 of them feeding, and then there's one by itself. The little female is well, she's not little. She's one of the bigger ones. She's over there by herself. Mom is feeding the rest. Hey everyone, I'm still feeding those three. Not the big puppy for some reason, the big female puppy, the white and liver one, mostly white one. Don't know why. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for those super chats. Thanks for those super stickers or whatever they're called. Thanks for the likes. Hey Tyler, glad y'all joined. We're going to be ending this in about 20 minutes or so, and we might do another one tonight at 7 or 8. We're doing great, Tyler. Watching these puppies grow up. They're about 5 or 6 days old. All right, everyone. We're here and give Mom a bathroom break. I'll show you the puppies up close. She's probably looking for one. Also, it's time to give her calcium tablet. This is not an advertisement, but we do give calcium tablets, calcium phosphate to Mom. I'll put one in here with her. She only gets a half of tablet. These are the tablets here. She gets a half a tablet every day. This helps replenish her calcium. Sometimes it can even take away from their bone growth and from the mom. You see, this is our one of the big males. I think he's going to be in the merle color. See, his ear kind of has that white patching on it. See the ear here. Then you see he's got his little tongue stuck out. He's got little dark toes. The only girl in the litter is this one. See her little face here. She's starting to go a little yawny. She's been sleeping hard. Everyone else has been eating except for you, little girl. We do You've never seen the military dogs. They go through a behavior treatment where they hold them in different angles, upside down, straight up. And this kind of helps give stressors to the puppy. It's been proven to make the puppy a better puppy because you add stress. This one's always a wiggle worm. He is the wigglest worm. He wiggles so much. This is Blondie. Here we have the liver male, 6 days old. Mandy's 6 days old. And as you can tell here, he's the runt. He's got white toes. He's got white toes. He weighs about 5 ounces less than the rest of them. You can tell the size difference. This is his sister, and she's not the biggest one, and you can tell how much smaller he is than the rest of them. And like I said, Mom's taking a potty break. Thanks y'all for subscribing, super chats. They've messed our little covers up over here. Have to fix that later. We just changed out this. Hey Princess, hey Mandy, hey Dee, hey Tara. Haven't forgot anyone. Thank y'all for joining. Gonna let Mom back in here for a little bit. Pinky here. Pinky. Sorry if I was yelling. Forgot I had this mic on. Mom's back with them. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks, Princess, for subbing. Y'all can also, this is one of our shorts here that's very funny to me. Can't touch this. It's one of our little Brittany puppies. Acting like the toy is, I don't know if he's acting like it or if she's acting like it's something bad or what, but she's pawing at it like it's an alien. It's pretty funny. I'll put the link in our chat. Hi, V. Thanks, everyone. We're going to be ending this soon. Hey, Lena, Carmen, Kira, thank y'all for joining. I didn't see y'all's names. I've been doing other things. I'm going to show you the puppies one more time. My mom is taking a break. We'll let her outside again so she can go potty. These are the puppies here. This is probably the bigger male here. I like his face and his markings. You can see here. He's really calm. He has some kind of pattern on his ear here. If y'all know, these are puppies. They're under 10 days old, so their ears are still closed. I think they can still hear to a degree, but their eyes are still closed. So they can't see or hear at all. And you see his little beans for toes are dark. This is his brother, the runt. He weighed 10 ounces yesterday. And you can see he's got little white toes. Very unique, got a little white on his chest. Then he's also got white toes, which is very weird. And you can tell the size difference between the two brothers. His brother on the left weighs about 15 ounces. They were not a pound today. Hopefully they're a pound tomorrow. This liver girl, this is the only girl. She's liver. See her cute face. Face here. She's one of the big ones. And then, of course, we have Blondie. He is a wiggle worm. He does not want to be held. He's always moving. You see Blondie here. His little face. He's actually got white toes too. You're starting to see those. As you can tell, it's pretty warm in here. They're not huddled up on each other. It's just warm. Again, here's the runt. He weighs 10 ounces. He's about 6 days old. He's gained 4 ounces since he was born. So we monitor all that. You can tell the size difference. This is the big boy. You can hear him making his little noise, fussing. And the liver and white girl over here, she is probably bigger than the boys now. Pam, they're not for sale. Hey, Angel. Thank y'all for joining. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. We're going to end this, but we'll come back tonight about 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. Be on for about an hour or so. Hey, Stephanie, Pam, Rutt, Angel, thank you all for joining. Claire, we're going to end this.